welcome back to the Liverpool Community Podcast. For today's edition, I'm your host, just for a change. I'm Phil Beale, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here. And today we've got a musical guest, one of our local performers and artists that's come in to talk to us today about his career so far and about his new release. So please welcome the one and only Ethan Pagan.
Hello, thanks for having me on.
You're very welcome, mate. It's not your first visit, is it? It's not your first time.
I'm back with a bang. You know what I mean? I'm back again.
Well, I missed you last time, as we were just saying before we started recording. So it's good to get the chance to interview you, mate. And so tell us a bit. We'll come on to your new single in a minute, yeah. But first of all, tell us about your background in music. Who inspired you to want to maybe do it for yourself?
Yourself? Well, nah, that's a bit of a bad answer, to be honest.
Well, I'm talking kind of what artists did you love listening to originally, when you first started listening to music?
Well, Oasis. Most of it was Oasis. Our kid was always into Oasis. I always knocked them.
Did you?
I mean, I did. I was always taking the piss out of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I started listening to them, thought they're alright, to be fair. It took me till I got to about 13, 14, right. Something like that.
Yeah.
I thought, to be honest, they're alright. I was them, and then I think even back in the day, my dad, they had the Police on and Kings of Leon and all that.
Really,
yeah. So even then, I didn't really know I was into them, but I was listening, and they were getting locked in.
It was all going in there, yeah. Yeah, it was all going in there,
It's stuck forever.
It's funny you say Oasis, because I was just listening to some of your stuff, and I thought there's definitely an influence there from them. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think they inspired a lot of people.
Yeah, because they're just normal. They're just the working class background.
Exactly.
They come from nothing and they just do everything. They've done everything.
That's right. And then I think his songs aren't complex. They're not really difficult chords to play, and it's all about the melody for him.
You don't have to be a rocket scientist to
to
look at the music and then admire it for what it is.
That's right, mate. Yeah.
It did involve a lot of people, but
yeah.
Life, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is. So when did you first pick a guitar up and start learning to play then?
I've only about 15, something like that.
And how old are you now?
Only 20.
You're 20 now, so it's just 15, been 5 years, yeah.
Well, I started, and just as I'd left school, I was in a band called the Pilchards with the boys. And we were alright, we only done one Crimbo gig, but we were alright, to be fair. And I played guitar, but I was crap at it. But one of the lads weren't. And then eventually, as we left, they all went on to different things. I went to music college.
Oh, right, yeah.
I thought, I'm going to have to do something here. So I started learning the guitar more and more. But when I went into college, couldn't play it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was proper amateur at it. I just went in and learned.
Yeah, brilliant, mate, brilliant. So are you self-taught, or did you study it at college as well, or what did you do?
I've never had a teacher. I've had people show me things and stuff like that, but I've always done stuff by ear and looking at the sheets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Reading off that. My brother taught me, because my brother plays as well, and he taught me 2 chords, and then I just also learned the rest off that.
That's brilliant, mate. Yeah. So what about writing then? When did that start to sort of rear its head?
Years. I've read for about 7 years. It's like that, 8 years. Yeah. I could write songs for weeks and weeks and weeks.
So you were writing the words to start with, were you, like poetry sort of thing?
Yeah. I just, even if it weren't a full song or a full whatever it was at the time, if there was a little whatever popped into my head, I'd write it down. And then eventually whatever you had written down, I'd come together. And then that's where it all sort of started.
Yeah. So does it usually start with, if you're creating something new, does it usually start for you with the words, or?
Yeah. But sometimes it is with the guitar. I don't really, it's whatever sort of happens when it happens.
Same for me, actually. Yeah, it could be either way. In fact, I once wrote one where I've got a drum beat in me, and it started off from a drum pattern. Honestly, yeah. So then I started writing it from that. Yeah, it can be anything, can't it?
That's why I'd love to be the more and more as I get into it, the more and more I want to expand my knowledge of the guitar and different instruments, because at the minute I'm in my head, I think I know anyway how everything should sound.
Yeah, you hear it in your head.
Yeah, I know where it should be and what it should sound like, but I just can't do it. So where I'm sat there then saying, oh, well, come on, you do this for me, you know what I mean? I'd rather I could go in the studio, sit there and have all these instruments at me, and just have a proper jam, and whatever comes out onto the thing.
Brilliant, mate, yeah. So do you play any other instruments well?
Not well, like I played them.
Yeah.
I think the same about the guitar.
Well, again, you don't need to be a virtuoso, do you? You don't
No.
need to be. You really don't. That's right. So have you got electric guitars as well as your acoustic? Yeah. What sort of electric guitar you got?
I've got an Epiphone Les Paul.
Yeah, they're big and heavy, they are, aren't they?
It's got the coil on it, the double tap coil.
Yeah,
thingy. You can
humbucker.
switch- Yeah, the humbucker.
Yeah.
And you can tap the thing. Yeah, I don't know much about the inside of them. I just like to look at them and buy them. But it's got like the little tappy thing there, and you whatever happens changes the coil.
Yeah.
Pick up.
They're great, aren't they? They're really quality guitars, Epiphone are.
Yeah, they got a lovely sound to them.
Yeah, my first real guitar was an Epiphone, yeah.
I've got a Strata. It's not a proper Fender one. It's the Players series, whatever they are. No, it's not. What's the one that it's like the Epiphone version of Fender?
Yeah, Squire.
Squire, yeah, I've got a Squire one.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good guitars.
The sound on that was nice, but it was hard to learn on that, to be honest.
Was it really?
Yeah. It was I don't know what it was. I think it was the neck. The neck was harder.
So you felt easier with the Les Paul, did you?
Yeah.
That's interesting, yeah. I noticed, of course, that you brought this Taylor with you. That's a heck of a guitar, mate.
Yeah, it's lovely.
That's amazing. So you did tell me it was your birthday present?
Yeah, I got it for my 18th.
Off your mum and dad, like?
Yeah.
They look after you, mate.
Yeah, I got it when the youngest.
Shout out to Ethan's mum and dad for that one, eh?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
sisters.
Absolutely amazing. So the new song's called Running.
Yeah.
And where'd the idea come from for Running then?
It's a bit. It was the words. I had the melody on the guitar. I had that, and I was just strumming. It took me ages, to be fair. Like a lot more lately than when I started writing, and the songs weren't as good as I started when I started writing. But now I find it harder to write. So this took ages.
That's interesting.
Took me a good few months. So I'm strumming away, and then the words just started coming into my head. But I sort of, as I'm listening back to it now, it is sort of like, let me think of how I want to word it. Like, not to look into stuff so much, you know what I mean? And just take things as they are and how they come. Sort of thing.
I love it, yeah.
That's what I don't really know.
But it is deep stuff, though. It comes from deep within, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All this stuff comes from deep within us. Although, of course, when you start to write lots of songs, sometimes you have to create stories, I suppose, that aren't really you, but they're just a story. Like,
Yeah, well, I don't really like giving a meaning to my songs. I'd rather someone listen to the song and have their own meaning, because I think 100 people could listen to that song and have 100 different like meanings.
That's a
to it.
great call, Ethan, and all the best songwriters say the same thing. Once it's written and recorded, it's like over
That's
to
it
you
then.
guys now.
Yeah.
It's like you're giving your child some wings to fly out into the world with, isn't it? And
It's like whatever you were feeling at the time.
That's right.
There it is on the paper.
That's right.
There it is in the words. You do what you want with it.
Absolutely brilliant. I love that. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stop talking and start listening, and Ethan's going to play the song for us. So this is Ethan Pagan with Running.
Why don't you call my name anymore? You never hear you knock at my door. You only ever take what's in yours. Where have you been? What you been doing? I heard that you got something that are brewing. I hope that you see what you're looking for. But if you can't stop running, you can see the flow, then you should keep running, but don't go knocking at my door. Take yourself to somewhere nice. It doesn't have to cost money to be right. Put a smile on your face, pick your hair off the floor. You got to take it day by day. Sometimes the moments slip away. You just got to look there. a beast in the face. But take those moments tonight. You keep the candle burning bright. Tonight could be the night. You never know if you don't try. So as it draws into the night sky, you see a reflection in the light. Just remember to bide your time. You've only got to live this life.
So that was Running by Ethan Pagan. That's a fantastic new song, his new single, which is, when's it being released, mate? When's it available?
The 26th
Of January.
of January. The 26th of January.
Cool.
But if the issue that I've got at the minute isn't sorted, then I think it'll be the 30th.
Right, okay.
But
Yeah.
it should be the 26th.
Okay, so somewhere between the two. And that, I guess, will be on like Spotify and
It'll be on everything.
all the usual
Yeah.
platforms. That's brilliant, mate. That's fabulous. So yeah, from the 30th at the latest, then get streaming that one, and support Ethan the way he deserves. You've been playing lots of big condo gigs during the last 12 months, haven't you? So you mentioned the Crimbo gig with the band. Was that your first ever live gig?
The one that we done in December, was it?
Yeah, no, the one you said that you played with your band.
The Beale and the Pilchards.
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
Pilchards.
that was my first ever gig. But I was like, I weren't the greatest in school. So all the teachers, they all, as much as I weren't naughty, I was cheeky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all the teachers were half buzzing, thinking, look at him, he's definitely not going to be that good and all that. All the kids' Mars and all that. Like, I was half the kid on the slide, stay away from him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get you into trouble.
Yeah.
So we just got on. That was my first gig, yeah.
That's interesting. So when was your first gig like with just you and your guitar? When was that?
There's a pub, I don't think it's there no more. It's a pub, a parish pub called, what's it called? It's in West Derby.
Right, okay.
Oh.
It's not important which one it is, but it was.
No, it was a parish pub anyway.
Yeah.
It was a parish pub in West Derby.
Was it open mic? Was it something? Yeah.
Open mic. My mate's mum, she ran the pub.
Oh, brilliant.
So I just went down, had to go there, and then I just get the taste from it from there.
That's fantastic. Were you nervous? Did you ever get nervous?
I was until I got in there, and there was only about 3 people in there. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, then it's not that bad.
You've never seemed nervous at the gigs that when you've appeared on that.
You've got to turn it into excitement.
Yeah,
if you don't, then it'll eat you up.
Good point, mate. Really good point. Yeah. So when was your last time you played live?
Ages ago.
Was it the Meraki one? At Meraki?
No, I've done the shipping forecast.
Oh, did you?
That.
Yeah.
And then that was my last one. I think it was the week before Christmas, something like that, in the shipping forecast.
Yeah.
Frank and the Baritones were on.
I missed that one, yeah. They're really good, aren't they?
Oh, they were boss.
Yeah.
And they got proper boss beards and all that. It's sick. Like the muzzies go out. Laughing me head off. My barber, I was gutted, said that she retired after all these years. I was speaking to them about it, trying to get me on the bar and all that, but I only go to one and she's back to business now.
Yeah, okay, right. So when's your next gig then?
Friday coming up.
I knew that, didn't I?
Yeah.
So you're supporting Brian Hobson in Liverpool?
Yeah.
And in Chorley?
And in Chorley.
That's pretty awesome, isn't it,
Taking
mate?
the mission abroad.
That's right, yeah, that's right. You're crossing the border, man.
Even the home territory, I like to say local.
Well, yeah.
I'll be on the train up there.
Awesome, mate, yeah. Awesome. Well, like you know, I'll be joining you at the Chorley one.
It's nice to be boss night that though, won't it?
Yeah, it'd be brilliant. I mean, I played my first solo gig on Friday night at Round the Corner.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the first time I'd done a solo slot since before the lockdown. I was absolutely bricking it, I'd say now. I was only 15 minutes late, but It's a good dry run because I think the Chorley gig's sold out now.
Has it, yeah?
Yeah, so
Well,
it's
that'll be
gonna
boss, that then.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very good
Stickers,
crowd.
a couple of Jamesons, and a ciggy. You know what I then?
Thanks for the tip, mate. That's brilliant. So there's a question I always try to ask guests when they come in, musicians particularly, obviously. How would you define the power of music? What does it mean to you, the power of music?
Well, it keeps you going, doesn't it? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's every emotion in one, like, you could put one song on and feel like shite, you know what I mean? But then you put a different song on it, it'll uplift your mood straight away. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just music is a sound as well, because a lot of, like, behind, like, the production side of things, there's natural sound in your songs. That's right. So it is just normal everyday life as well around you, it's just music. Yeah. Because if you, all the adverts, everything has got music in it. Everyone consumes music more than anything else in the world, I think. Right. And it's music is the only thing, or one of the only things that unlocks every part of your brain, uses every part of your brain to consume.
Fantastic, mate. That's a really
Could be wrong on that.
No, you're right. It's a great definition. How big a part of your life is it?
It's everything, like it is everything to me, the music.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Even not just playing it, listening to it, anything to do with music, I love it. Fantastic. I like going to gigs. It's the best feeling in the world. It's just sitting there in a gig, jumping up and down, having a pint. It's fun, boss.
So who's your favourite band now?
There's not a many. I can't really say that because there's a few up and comers, but there's not many good ones that are like you look at nowadays and think you're actually decent. You're good. Right. But I like the Lavens. The Lavens are the best band
I've heard of them.
Out.
I haven't heard them, but I've heard of them.
Boss, and there's a Scouse band called The Sway. They're great as well.
I've heard of The Sway, but again, I haven't heard
the quality
stuff.
Yeah, quality. There's a few Scousers and Scouse bands that are coming up nowadays that are great.
It feels like there's a really great and important scene going on around this in Liverpool.
Starting to build back up. It died down for years because it's all being took over by DJs who play over everyone else's music. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they all just sit there and everyone goes round, videos them while they're messing with the laptop. I've got no disrespect to that, but...
Yeah. It's a skill.
Yeah, it is a skill, but...
Without a doubt.
Proper real music that is played with instruments and sweat and tears that you put in and made yourself. Yeah. More and more is starting to get supported again.
I think so too, and it feels like there's a proper movement going on from Liverpool. Yeah. A real creative wave coming up, I think. You know, it's fantastic.
Because whatever we do, we lead everything. So it starts.
Yeah, that's right.
And the creativity will go all around the country.
So do you listen to the Beatles music?
I loved them.
Oh, it's fabulous, yeah.
I used to sit. My dad's a taxi driver, which I was telling you before.
Yeah. And
I used to do the Beatles tours, drive all the tourists around the city.
Fantastic.
And I used to sit in the front where the Hackney taxis are. There's no seat in the front, is there?
That's right, no.
I used to sit in the front on the floor and drive around while they were doing all the tours. But none of them would know I was in there. I popped my head up like that and look at the house when they weren't looking.
So you've got it right through you as well, and the Beatles legacy and everything else.
I've always been there and around it.
That's fantastic, mate. Well done. It's been great to talk to you, mate. And just give us your socials, Give us your socials. How do we get hold of you?
Ethan Pagan Music on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the socials. And soon you'll just have to type in Ethan Pagan on Spotify or talk to your Alexa and I'll come up.
That's fabulous. Well done,
up
mate.
Up the toffees.
And I'll share that with the blues.
Yeah, we might be shy, but we won't be shy forever.
Absolutely right, mate. So that's been Ethan Pagan on the Liverpool Community Podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure to see him again and to catch up with him and hear his music. He's always welcome. Absolutely brilliant. So we'll sign off now. And please subscribe, like and subscribe on the Liverpool Community Podcast on the Liverpool Online channel on YouTube. And we'll see you again soon. Over and out.